Alright, so yesterday I wound up unlocking the Fennec, and I spent most of today running around with it. I got it up to level 41, so I got a little bit to go, but so far this gun seems to shred. So what I've been running around with, I got this Apex barrel, 5mm laser, Merc foregrip, 40-round drum mag. I was using this mini reflex sight here, but I've swapped it out for sleight of hand. I haven't tried sleight of hand yet, so we'll see how that goes. I might put the reflex back on, because beforehand I didn't really feel like I needed sleight of hand. Like, the gun runs out of bullets very, very quickly, but I didn't really at any point feel like I needed to reload faster. Most of the situations that I ran out of bullets on, if there was somebody near me, I was probably gonna die anyway, regardless of my reload speed. Like, I didn't run into very many situations where I was like, oh man, if I could have just reloaded, you know, a split second faster, it would have saved me. But yeah, all the rumors seem to be completely right. This thing seems to absolutely shred people when you're using it in the right situations. There is a certain range where the damage for this thing falls off really hard. As long as you're keeping your engagements kind of like within that sort of area where this thing is effective, you should be fine. But yeah, let's see how this thing reloads with sleight of hand. Wow, that's like barely any difference at all. See what I mean though? This thing absolutely shreds people. Look at that. It's not even fair. I think close distance, this thing might actually be a faster kill than the MP5. I think people might be right about that. Oh, fuck. That is the one problem, though. You do run out of ammo really quick. Like, even at a decent range, this thing seems to hit pretty good. It's really only if you're challenging people that are, like, way outside of where you should be using this gun. And the M4 still shreds it, by the way. Like, this thing cannot compete with the M4. I get outgunned by the M4 every single game I've used this. Yeah, this gun is nasty, bro. So I'm gonna keep running around with this thing until I got it more leveled than I do now. I don't know if I'm gonna go for a gold or anything, although I'm blowing through these camo challenges and I'm not even trying to really. We'll see. It depends on how much I like it. I'm definitely leaving this on my sweatband class or whatever you want to call this. I'm liking this a lot better than the MP7. The MP7 was good, but like, definitely felt like I was getting outgunned a lot more often than I am with this thing. So I came up with this conspiracy theory today. I think they made this game as unplayable as it is on purpose. But with the skill-based matchmaking and all the craziness, I think they did it on purpose to get the streamers to stop playing it and start playing Warzone instead. Yeah, I was watching a live stream today. Pamaj was doing his like Road to Damascus live stream, right? And you know, the quickest way to get Damascus is with multiplayer. Actually, I don't even know if you can do it in Warzone. I don't know if you can do like the launchers. But basically, he's playing this thing and he's just not having fun. He keeps saying over and over, he's like, dude, you know, I'm only doing this for the camo. I'm only doing this for the camo. I'm not even trying. And it's like, that really hit one with me, right? Because Pamaj is usually like a pretty easygoing dude. Like, I don't watch him like on the regular or anything like that, but he never really struck me as the like, I'm just gonna rage at everything kind of guy. So that got me thinking, I'm like, what if Infinity Ward made the game this way on purpose because they wanted the streamers to play Warzone because it's much more relaxed? Because you figure if the streamers play Warzone, then everybody else is playing Warzone too, all the casuals, right? The people who just want to have a good time. So if you get all them playing Warzone, then I bet they found some kind of like metric or something in their like data collection or whatever the fuck it is that they do that proves that they somehow make more microtransaction money on Warzone or something like that. So they wanted to get as many people playing it as possible. I don't know, it was just a thought. A Call of Duty conspiracy, as it were. I remember there were a few conspiracies over the years, actually. I remember back in Black Ops, people were convinced that they were putting zombies Easter eggs in the multiplayer. And they weren't, but somebody was saying that there was like a zombies Easter egg on firing range, and if you like hit these radios in a certain order, then it was gonna reveal like the location of the next DLC map. This was back when maps were DLCs. And personally, I found those conspiracies absolutely hilarious. But yeah, so that's my big Call of Duty conspiracy. I think that they put in the skill-based matchmaking on purpose, not to protect bad players, but to get the casual players off the game so that they'll go play Warzone and spend more money on that. Because, you know, we could actually take that a step further. Pamaj was only playing multiplayer to grind for camos, right? So imagine you get all these people playing Warzone and they don't want to play multiplayer multiplayer. If they don't want to play multiplayer, they can't grind for camos. So if they can't grind for camos, then they have no choice but to buy camos from the store. See, it's all pre-calculated, right? They probably came up with this like 3 years ago in the dev cycle. This conspiracy theory is so stupid, I've actually started playing worse. All right, where the fuck are these kids? Got him. This gun is absolutely brain dead, by the way. Kind of matching my conspiracy theory there. Although I will say, in that camo grind live stream, Pamaj actually brought up a really, really good point about people who exclusively use the M4 in multiplayer. Because he ran into a few people that had Damascus and then were using that that cheesy M4 MP5 swap class. So you use the M4 for like the mid to long range engagements, and then once you get into like a close building or something like that, you switch to the MP5. And basically he was like, bro, you already have the camo. You know, why run around with only the best gun in the game? Like, what's the point of that? Did he really just try to rocket me from there? That little fucking animal? Also, I love that epic voice crack I just made. See, look, I go off on conspiracy theories for 2 minutes and then this commentary loses any semblance of professionalism. I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Microtransactions? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie though, I am kind of happy that I missed the loot box phase of Call of Duty's history. But yeah, the Fennec's pretty fun. I don't know about it like necessarily shaking up the meta like how people seem to think it's going to, but if nothing else, it's more fun to use than a lot of the guns on this game, that's for sure. Like, even if it's not competitive with the M4 and the MP5, I'm still having fun with it. I don't know if I've enjoyed using a DLC weapon this much, except maybe the Growl. Still counting down the days till we get that new sniper though.